Hi guys, it's Lily aka Curly Berry Crochet and welcome to the basics. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to do the basics of crochet. This is a left hand friendly tutorial, but if you are right handed you can still follow along. I'm going to be using this obnoxiously bright orange yarn to help show you guys how to make a slip knot, a chain. I'm also going to teach you how to do a few basic stitches such as a single crochet, a half double crochet, and a double crochet stitch. So stick around for this in-depth tutorial. For this video, I'm going to be using a 4.5mm hook. You can see what size it is by the numbers right here. So they do have numbers associated to the different hook sizes. If you're a beginner, I would suggest using a 4.5mm, a 5.0mm, or a 5.5mm. That way you can get comfortable with doing the stitches before you actually go smaller or bigger, just because it can get more difficult depending on what project you're doing. If I was a beginner, I would not start with using any really dark colors like navy or black, just because it's really hard for stitch counting. Also, it's just really hard to see your stitches. So if you're doing projects, you might not be able to see the stitches as well as you probably could with obnoxiously bright yarn. Even if you want to do a darker project in the future, I would suggest at least practicing on a bright colored yarn and then converting into a dark color yarn once you kind of get the basics. Okay, so we're going to start off very basic. When you go to Michael's, Hobby Lobby, to your local arts and crafts store, you are going to purchase what is called a skein of yarn. It's spelled funky. It just means basically this wound up yarn that you have. You can do two things with this yarn, or you can just leave it be. You can leave it as a skein and find what's called a center pull, which you dig into right here on either side, and sometimes you can pull out the center pull, or sometimes yarn has it conveniently placed for you, the center pull on the skein. So you can do it that way, or you can hand wind your yarn by putting it into a yarn ball like I did with this one, or you can cake your yarn, which you get an electric yarn winder and you can actually turn it into cake. So this is a cake of yarn. This is a skein of yarn, and this is a ball of yarn. So my personal preference is I like to have a wound up ball of yarn when I go traveling, whether it be to the store or if I'm just doing it sometime in my free time outside of my house. The reason being is, one, I can't take a huge cake with me, and two, I think it winds out of your bag a little bit easier than having a cake. You can also do the skein. Honestly, it's okay, in my opinion, if you can bring this outside if you have a center pull, but if you don't have a center pull, it's gonna keep trying to do this over and over in your bag and you might get stuck, something might happen. So personally, if I'm traveling, I'm bringing a ball of yarn. So when I'm at home, I like using a cake, and it creates a center pull for you. This is what a center pull is, so it comes right directly out of the hole. There's no knots, no back and forth. I'm gonna flip the camera over so you have a little bit better of a view of me crocheting. So we're gonna go ahead and use this bright orange yarn. So you're gonna take the end of your string. You're gonna pinch it on your first finger, wrap it around your first finger, and let it go. Then you're gonna put your finger behind the string, pinch both strings, take your finger out, and then take the string that has the yarn. You're gonna wrap it around your finger. Take your crochet hook, go in from the back of the hole, grab that string, twist your hook around. You're gonna take both of the strings and pull tight. After that, it's gonna be a movable type of knot. So you're gonna take both of these and pull, and that's how you make a slip knot. Have a little bit of room under to be able to move around. And this is what you call a slip knot. Now I'm gonna show you how to do a magic ring or a magic circle. So you're gonna take the end of your yarn, you're gonna pinch with your fingers, you're gonna wrap around your three fingers into the shape of an X, just like this. So your extending yarn will be at the top right. Pinch with your pinky. Take your hook and face it downwards, not up, downwards. Go under the top left. over the top right, pull it through, twist your hook up. See how it creates a little cross loop there? It's kind of like a slip stitch. And then you're gonna pinch your fingers onto the stitch so it doesn't move. You're gonna have a little circle with some extra yarn, which is your tail, your yarn tail. And then depending on what pattern you do, it might have you do like 3 single crochets, 2 double crochets, but you're gonna just pinch, wrap your hook around, and pull through. That will hold your magic circle. Then you have your magic circle. And then I'll just do a quick build up just to show you how the magic circle works. What you'll do after you've created your stitches in your magic circle is you're gonna pull on the tail end of your yarn, take it out of that little loop. I like to flip my work upside down, and then as you can see, you're gonna pull it. The circle will get smaller. So you can keep pulling on that, pull it very tightly, and you've created a little circle or a magic ring, a magic circle for yourself. Next, I'm gonna show you how to make a chain. What you're gonna do is you're gonna wrap around and pull through. So that is one stitch. As you can see, it's got the little V, and you're gonna do the same thing. So you're gonna wrap around and pull through. That's another stitch. So that's 2 stitches you have right now. Wrap around, pull through, wrap around, pull through. Eventually it'll become easier and it'll just be like speed. So we've done 4 stitches here. This is considered a chain 4. So this is a chain 10. Normally when you're reading a pattern, or if you're just creating something on your own, you will always chain 1 more. You're going to take your hook, you're going to skip the first stitch, go to the second stitch, and you're going to put your hook through so there's just 1 loop on your hook. You're going to wrap the yarn around, pull through 1 loop, there will be 2 loops left on your hook. Wrap the yarn around and pull through both of the loops. This creates a single crochet stitch, and that's how you actually do a single crochet stitch. So I'll show you a couple more times, that way it makes sense. After you've done this, you can see that that is attached to this loop right here. So you do not want to crochet into that one again unless you're doing an increase. So you'll actually skip that V, go to the next one. So you'll put your hook in, half of the V, just like this. Wrap the yarn around your hook, pull through 1 loop, there will be 2 loops left on your hook. Wrap it around and pull through both loops. That creates another single crochet. So we'll go again, go into the next stitch, into half of the V. You're going to put it into this V. Wrap it around, pull through 1. Wrap it around, pull through 2. As you can see, it starts to work up a stitch. So this is a single crochet stitch. I'll go ahead and continue and I'll show you what the rest of it looks like once you've completed the row of single crochets. Once you have 1 stitch left, you want to make sure you are crocheting into it or your work is going to come out uneven, and you don't want uneven work. So there is still 1 stitch left. You're going to go ahead and put your hook in just like normal, pull up 1 loop, and then pull through 2. This is what single crochet looks like. If you want to work onto another row, the most easiest thing to do is you're gonna wrap your yarn around and pull through. That creates one chain, and you're gonna turn your work. So now you're on the back side of your work, and you're gonna continue doing the same thing. The only difference is now when I crochet, unless you're told otherwise, I go through both of the V's. After you've created the stitch to turn your work, you're gonna go to this V right here. Remember, not the first one, but the second one. You're gonna take your hook, go under the V right here. Wrap your yarn around, pull through just like you did before, but instead of going under one, you go through both. So you go under the V completely. You'll have 2 loops left, yarn over, pull through both. That creates another single crochet stitch. So again, you see the V, go under the V. Should still be 3, it'll be the loop that you had, and then the V that you're under. Yarn over, pull through 2. You'll have 2 loops left. Yarn over, pull through 2. So your work starts to work up like this. There is a good side and a bad side of your work. This is considered the bad side because it's the back side. This is considered the good side because it is the front side of your work. So the front side of your work is going to be a little bit cleaner. You're going to notice the difference. This actually shows the stitches. The back side kind of just looks like a whole bunch of knots or braids. So it's really up to you. Some people choose to have the bad side sometimes as part of their work, but this is the side that is showing the stitches. And I'm going to go ahead and continue this single crochet, and I'll show you how to do a half double crochet. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do a half double crochet. What you're going to do is you're going to chain 1 just like we did before and turn your work. Then you're going to take your string, your yarn, you're going to yarn over before you go into the V's. So there are multiple V's. Remember that you skipped the first one. Skip the one that you chained, so don't crochet into this one. Crochet into the first V right here. So 2, go into the first V. Yarn over, pull through just the first V only, just like with single crochet. So you'll have 3 on your hook. And then for half double crochet, it's easy. You just wrap it around. You pull through all 3 loops. This creates a half double crochet. So for the half double crochet, again, you're going to take your yarn, wrap it around, go into the next V. You can see the next V is right here. Wrap it around, go under the V. You'll have 2 loops in the V. Wrap it around, pull through just the V. You have 3 loops. Wrap it around, pull through all 3. Remember to always go into that last one too. In this row we've done the half double crochets, and in these rows we've done the single crochets. So you can tell the difference because these ones look a little bit chunkier at the top, and these ones under are more of like dots. They're a little bit smaller. So now I'm going to show you how to do a double crochet stitch. So instead of just looping 1, I'm actually going to loop 2 to make it easier on myself because it is a taller stitch. So we're going to chain 2 at the end, which you don't have to do. I'm just going to do for this example. And then you see the V's. Remember, you skip this one. Do not put anything into that one. You're going to go to this one, this V right here. Wrap your yarn around. Go under the V, just like we've been doing. Wrap your yarn around, pull through the V only. The difference here is we're going to pull through 2 and then pull through the rest. So we're going to wrap it around, pull through 2. There should be 2 loops left on your hook. Wrap it around and pull through 2. That creates a double crochet stitch. As you can see, it's a little longer than the ones we've been doing. Wrap it around. We're going to go into the next V right there. Put your hook through. Pull through the V only. Wrap it around. Pull through 2. Pull through 2. Wrap your hook around. Go into the next V. Pull up 3 loops. Wrap it around. Pull through 2. Wrap it around. Pull through 2. And as you can see, it's starting to work up that double crochet stitch. So you can see the singles, you can see the half, and you can see the double crochet. Wrap it around. Go into your next V. Pull through 2. Pull through 2. Wrap it around. Pull through 2, pull through 2. Don't forget this last stitch here. It looks funky, it looks yucky, but you don't want your project to end up like this. Do you see how you can tell that there's 1 stitch missing because you significantly decreased? That makes 10. This will keep your project even if you're counting. So there's the double crochet, half double crochet, and the 2 single crochets. We have the single crochet where you'll go through the V. You do not need to wrap around. Go through the V. Then you wrap it around and you pull through 2. Go through the V. Wrap it around. Pull through the V. Pull through 2. To the next V. In, wrap it around, pull through 2. In, wrap it around, pull through 2. For the half double crochet, wrap around, go into your V, pull through, so you have 3 loops on your hook, and you pull through all 3. Wrap it around, go into your next V, pull through, and pull through all 3. Now there is something called tension. So if you have tight tension, your projects will come out very tight, very hard, depending on what you're making. Or if you have very loose tension, the stitches might not hold as well. You might not be able to stuff things if you're trying to stuff. So you want to make sure that you're creating an even tensions, because if I did these, I did pretty tight. I mean, not really tight, but I'd say like medium to tight, just because I'm trying to show how it's working. But if I were to do it super loose like this, if I just let it go and I did it like this, see how it creates a whole different size of stitch? It's like very big compared to the ones that I've been doing. So this is the one with the loose, this is the one with the pretty tight tension. So when I do an even tension here and then I get to a loose, it becomes a different size. It can change up the trajectory of your project. So I'll do another loose one to make it look like it makes more sense. So this is tight, even tension. These are loose. They're clearly bigger. You can do that if you're doing like some snuggly stuff, but I would suggest that if you're doing a project, you make sure that you keep an even tension, or you're going to end up having some very tight, some very loose, because I could just go right back after I've done these 2 loose ones and do a normal or a tight. This is a really tight stitch. Now look how it's made a bump in my project. Can you tell how there's like a little hump? So you want to make sure that you're keeping an even tension throughout your project. That way you can ensure that your project will come out the way that you want it to come out, whether it be loose like we just showed or whether it be tight. That way you can have your project come out the way you like, whether it be loose or whether it be tight. At least the tension is even. Lastly, I'll show double crochet one more time. So I chained up 2. Don't go into this stitch, go into this one, the next one. Yarn over, go through the V, wrap it around, pull through just the V. You have 3 loops, wrap it around, pull through 2 loops, so you have 2 left after, wrap it around, pull through 2. Yarn over, go into your next V, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Wrap around, go through, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Continue doing that. It'll get easier once you are practicing consistently with getting up to speed, but speed is not what matters at this point in time. If you are a beginner, you want to make sure that you're getting your technique down before speed. That's the most important thing. So to make sure your stitches look nice before you're actually trying to make it go fast, you know what I'm saying? So here again we can see the difference. We have the single crochet, the half double crochet, and the double crochet. And this pattern actually is kind of cute, so you could probably make up a scarf like this. If you want to start off, I would suggest doing swatches. I would suggest practicing your stitches and seeing what works best for you. As a bonus, I'll show you how to make a triple crochet, which you might not use as often depending on what you do, but I'll show you anyway. So I'm actually going to chain up 3 because that thing is tall. Flipping my work, and you're going to yarn over twice. Remember, skip this one, go into the actual V right here. Gonna go through, yarn over, pull under the V. You will have 4 loops. Then you will yarn over, pull through 2. You'll have 3 left. Yarn over, pull through 2. You'll have 2 left. Yarn over, pull through 2. This is a triple crochet. So do the same thing before, yarn over twice, go into the next V, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. And this at the top is a triple crochet, so you can see it's longer than the double crochet is longer than the half double crochet, and they're all longer than that single crochet. Now I'm gonna frog my entire project because I don't want to keep this. So this is what they call frogging, is where you just rip the entire thing out. Rest in peace, your project. This is, sometimes they do this if you've messed up on a stitch, if something's happened, or it's just something that you really need to fix, or if it's just something you're not liking and you just want to use the yarn again for a better project. We're gonna frog our entire yarn. I hope you guys enjoyed this Welcome to the Basics crochet tutorial. If you guys have any more questions or anything else that you would like me to show you how to do, please let me know in the comments down below. Please feel free to like, follow, subscribe, and share for more content, more helpful tips, more cute creations, and some new patterns coming. Bye guys!